Previously on the Lineage of Moonreach. We spent the better part of 2 hours navigating the mysteries of Mandarin's Tower. And...
Mandarin's Tower?
Mandarin.
Mandorian oranges.
I'm keeping it.
Mandarin.
The Mandalorian.
I forgot the word Mandarin. Oh.
Inside his secret room, Miraluk's sword was trapped within one of my old father's journals. And we took a long time trying to figure out how to break it open. The rest of the gang, while I was poring over that, discovered a key that interacted with this door that would go to different spaces. But I don't know a lot about that because I wasn't in there. We found out from some discarded sheets of paper that Herstag had been a close relative to ours that we had never known. And now we are busy trying to decide what to do next.
The D20 Syndicate presents The Lineage of Moonreach.
All right. Welcome back to the D20 Syndicate podcast.
Hi there!
A weekly 5e Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast. I am your host and DM, Seth. And around the table of the internet, we have our players.
I'm Billy and I play Willem!
I'm Tomas, I play Delmar.
I'm Lindsey and I play Pinwin.
And I'm Michaela, and I play Gorbel.
That's right. Each week we record for your listening pleasure, and this is episode 93.
It's none of our birth years.
We're on the race to 100.
My little sister was born in 1993. She is just a baby.
Not
Mine-
anymore.
Wait. Do
Yeah,
I
she is.
No, I don't.
She's a very small person.
Oh.
Now it's time for tonight's Around the Campfire question. And if you would like to contribute a campfire question, please check out our Patreon because you will be allowed to do so if you get to a qualifying tier, just like Illegal Screen just did in our last episode. Billy, is someone breaking into your house?
No, I keep hearing weird background noises, like somebody's death wails.
Yeah, that was us. That
Or
was Lindsay and
something.
me.
I want you guys to design very quickly a very simple NPC person that lives inside Wolves Rest, has a normal job, just to kind of flesh out some of the people in the town.
Got it.
You come up with name, race, and what they do.
Got an overall image immediately.
Also, FYI, keep the races to
Centaur.
I would. So my top two, I was gonna say either a centaur for laughs, and then I was gonna say a hobgoblin just to fuck you up.
Yeah, keep it to the things that are commonly in Vaildelin: human, half-elf, elf, half-orc, gnome, halfling, dwarf-ish. So yeah. Is there another that's pretty common
Lots.
that I can't think of right now? That in
Drow.
I don't
Vaildelin.
know. I didn't hear your list. I was thinking.
I got it. I'm good.
Okay. So for tonight's Around the Campfire question, I want you all to tell me one person inside Wolves Rest that you've interacted with, and tell me a little bit about them. This is a chance for world building here. So just tell me, name, race, what they do in Wolves Rest, and if you have any additional information about them, anything, personality, anything, you can go ahead and let me know that. So, right off the bat, we're going to start with Pinwin.
So an NPC that we've interacted with, correct?
Yeah, that you're making up on
Okay.
the spot.
So this NPC's name is Rock, and Rock is a gnome, and
Okay.
he has a lemonade stand.
He has a lemonade stand.
So the gnomes are usually very, very helpful. They're doing a lot of putting stuff together and tinkering. He sucks at it. So so they're like, just do your own thing. And he decided to go into making lemonade. Pinwin happens to love lemonade. So we visit often.
But is his lemonade any good?
It's shit.
Wow.
But Pinwin goes there for the friendship.
Wow.
And because
All right.
it reminds him of good lemonade. It's almost there. One day. He has hope it'll get better.
All right. So Rock the gnome with the lemonade stand, who's
Is he
bad
a
at
rock
everything,
gnome?
including making lemonade. Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
No. Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Gorbel, tell me about an NPC.
Okay. I will tell you about someone on my shit list right now.
Okay.
Named, I'm going to put him on blast for everybody in town. Glarib Bick.
Glarib Bick.
Oh, you're talking about Glara?
He's a human, about 5'10", kind of rotund, and kind of a jerk. I commissioned him because he said that he was a master rug weaver. And my floors were getting a little cold, so I asked him, will you make me a rug? I gave him the colors. I gave him the general design I was looking for. He said, sure, I've gotcha. I put down a deposit. I waited months. I went traveling. I went adventuring. I came back. I thought it would be waiting for me. No, still not done. Waited longer. He finally finishes it. It's not exactly what I wanted, but it's whatever. I just needed the rug. So I put it down. A couple weeks later, it's already coming apart. It's terrible.
That Glara.
Anyway.
All right. Glarib Bick. Master rug weaver, but also bad at his chosen craft. Okay, let's see if these continue. Thank you, Gorbel. Thank you, Pinwin. I'm going to go with Tomar.
So in the stable area, there's a huge dude. He's really huge for like we think he's human, but he's so big that we might think he might be like part ogre or something. Like maybe his parents were kidnapped by ogres or something. But his name is Ranf, horse tamer.
What? Wait, how do you spell his first name?
R-A-N-F. Ranf. At least that's how he says it. He's really ugly, and it's very clear that he's been kicked by several horses. But and his name is Horse Tamer, and I think that's where the confusion came. Like they were like, "Your name is Horse Tamer. You belong in the stables. You're going to be taming the horses." We don't know how good he is at that, but he's big and strong. He can lift hay bales. But yeah, he's clearly been kicked in the head multiple times. He's not very bright. So
Maybe the name is actually Horse Tamer.
yeah, I mean, who knows? Like Ranf could mean anything. So yeah, that's
Bad horse tamer.
yeah. He's not great.
So far,
right.
great additions to our town.
Mm-hmm. That's why they're showing
it's
up
no
now.
wonder.
They're D tier.
All right, Willem.
So I'm going with a halfling named Virgil. He's in charge of lighting and putting out the street lamps every night.
We pay
In his
someone.
spare time, he
Runs up to each one, climbs it.
Oh, and he's so short.
Yeah.
It fills him with a sense
Aw.
of pride and adventure. In his spare time, he whittles scale miniatures of cities out of onyx, and he studies ancient currencies.
Is he really bad at one of these things?
He's mediocre. He's pretty good at the miniature whittling. But yeah, he lives alone and just kind of keeps to himself. Pretty normal dude.
So Virgil is a halfling that is in charge of lighting and putting out and dousing the street lamps. He whittles scale miniatures of cities, and he out of onyx, and he studies ancient currency.
Yep,
very nice. How good is he at lighting the lamps?
Oh, he's excellent. He has, you ever see like the people that work on telephone poles and stuff like that? How they have the belt that they use to climb up.
Wow.
That's what he does.
So he
Very
doesn't
nice.
look capable, but boy, does he figure it out. Makes it work.
Yeah, that's kind of like his. He reached a point where he realized that he was spending too much time inside with his miniatures and whittling and studying and collecting, that he was like, I need like an outside job. And so that's kind of like his balance. He gets that fulfillment of being like, oh yeah, I'm this tiny, person that's able to scale the street lamps, someone that you wouldn't think that you would appoint to that. And yeah, it's just kind of like that's his time outside every day. That's his like break from being holed up inside.
Nice. All right, you guys can all take a point of inspiration. Or you can take inspiration, sorry. All right, so.
Let's do it.
Shall we get started?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, when we last left off, you guys were debating the merits of time travel, and suddenly there was a knock on the door.
Don't answer it.
Who's there?
That's basically inviting them to
Lay down on the floor,
who
pretend
they
we're not
Now
home.
they know we're here.
I mean, I'm not here. Is that better?
I knock on the door back 3 times.
Who's there?
Who is it?
Who's in there?
What?
What?
Turn the key.
Who's in there?
Who's
Belinda?
asking? I mean, who's asking?
It is Galash. Who's in there?
Goulash?
Galash.
Garage?
That sounds familiar. Do we know that person?
No.
You sure?
Go away, we're doing dishes.
Sound like a goblin or something.
Why are you in there? Are you okay?
You okay?
Just had too much cheese. I'll be out in a minute.
How many are in there?
At least 12.
About 46.
How many are you?
I am just one. Galash is one.
What are you doing?
One what?
I am lizard folk. What are you?
ASL.
Cooking?
We're a shitload of things that eat lizard folk. Stay back.
You do not scare Galash. What are you doing in there?
What
It
are
is
you
so
doing out
small.
there?
And okay, clarification. Is this on the other side of the door that let all the water, the swamp water in? Hey, are you in a swamp out there?
Galash is in
Galash?
a swamp, yes.
Okay.
Gotcha. Sorry to have disturbed you if that's the case. We'll just be on our way.
No, Galash wants in.
Do you come to this door often?
Yes.
What do you do?
This is where my workshop is. Why are you in my
What is
workshop?
going on with this door, guys?
I don't know.
Wait, who do you think is supposed to be in here?
No one.
Then why'd you knock?
Because the door was closed.
Can I ask you, does the name Mandoran
Or Kelsey?
sound familiar to you?
No. There is only Galash.
Okay.
What about people you hate?
Well,
Any people you hate?
so sorry to have disturbed you, Galash. I cast the super forget kiss. No. On Galash. No. So the door is closed right now, right? I'm gonna turn the key back, and then turn it again, and open it up just a teensy bit, just a squeak.
And as you open it up, you see the stairs and hallway down where they were when you first entered Mandoran's tower.
Okay, we're back
Do
to
we
normal,
want
guys.
it normal?
That was bizarre, right?
Absolutely.
So is that where all the water came
Is
from?
that significant or
I
is that
don't-
just weird? I don't know.
Yeah, you guys are still in a pool of water,
Did
essentially.
we ever decide our next steps?
Is it draining out the door now?
I know we talked a lot.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Do we go through the door for one of those places? Would that get us somewhere productive?
No. That's way too random. Like let's stick with
you
our
sure? He
let's stick with our
sounded
plan.
fun.
How many places did you guys see?
Was it
Two. There was an astral looking plane, and then the swamp
Wasn't there one
plane
before
that brought
that?
all the water in. Yeah, the stairs.
In between, it was, the stairs.
It was stairs, space, stairs.
Well, I think we should-
swamp.
Wait,
stairs.
do you think there would be
I think we
another
should
one?
Try again just to see
Yeah,
if
absolutely.
there's only 3 spaces.
The whole episode's us opening the door repeatedly.
Tomar, you try turning the key
Oh.
and opening the
I'll do
door.
that.
Game changer.
Okay, so Tomar turns the key.
Like this?
Try and think of try and think of somewhere that you want to go. Think of a destination just for shits and giggles.
All right. And then I do that, and I open the door.
It remains the hallway and the stairs.
It's broke.
Okay. Actually, Gorbel, you try. Think of a destination that you want to go to.
Okay.
Close the door, turn the key, and then open the door back up.
I turn the key and I open the door.
What were you thinking of?
I was thinking of my favorite bar.
Your favorite bar? Well, you open the door, and it's not your favorite bar, but it isn't the stairs either. You're looking into the back door of your gargantuan mansion.
Is this how he was getting into my mansion?
Whoa.
Through your back door.
This is your back door.
What?
Back door in.
Do we say hi to your maids and butlers?
I close the door and I turn it again.
No, I want to turn.
And I open the door again.
It's back to a hallway.
I'm gonna
Use
I'm
your
gonna squeeze
imagination,
in,
Tomar.
like
Get off,
under
Pinwin.
his arms, and I'm gonna turn the key and open the door.
Fine.
It is still the hallway
No.
and the stairs.
Well, Willem, did you try thinking of a place and then seeing if it went there? Try
I have not.
thinking.
Try it again.
Okay. I am going to think of Vocha's airship.
Good, good idea. That's
He
a good
opens
one.
it up and it's the sky and he falls. Falls in.
Yeah, because I just opened it forward without,
like turned.
without any
Like
fucking-
it's facing
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, I was picturing like a sudden pressure change, like you're in an airplane or something.
Yeah,
He
it's
would
like
still be fine. He would just
Yeah,
have
it's
his boots activated or his slippers. The rest of you,
yeah,
though.
it's just an MC.
It just sucks
it's an
him out of
MC
his
Escher
boots.
painting.
And the boots stay put.
Okay, so yeah, I think of the deck of Vocha's airship.
All right. You open the door and there's a lot of wind and it's very cold, but it's not the deck of an airship. It's a passage in the mountains.
Well, that's a
Oh.
weird interpretation.
Is this in the Belderac?
It kind of looks like it could be.
Remember when we were hiking up the mountain in the Belderac and we stopped to rest in Gorbel's mansion, and Pinwin and her stag saw Mandoran.
And he showed
the
up
mountains.
and he gave you guys the lantern and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, they were in a chest in the mountain.
Are
yeah.
these all the places that we've run into Mandoran?
Why are they only working for you two?
Gorbel, do it again.
I swear to... If we're related,
Her, I
Willem,
understand. Her, I understand because probably her hobgoblin.
We
magical
don't know that. You and
Flesh,
you
possible
and I
royal
don't know
blood.
that. I
Oh,
don't
she didn't think
so.
that to
I
us.
feel like it makes
Did
sense
you?
for Willem because
I don't remember.
Mandoran's his
Well,
dad.
you can decide now whether you told them
Right.
or
I feel like I would have mentioned it.
not. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so it makes sense for Gorbel because of her connection with the magical blood. Well, and so her stag and here. Well, I'll compromise. So her stag and Gorbel were the only other ones that activated the lamp when they touched it. So I assumed that she had some sort of magical properties about her. I'm assuming it activates
Because
for
Mandoran's
me,
your daddy.
because Mandoran's my father.
Yep, that checks out.
Except
Wait.
we all have magic.
Let's keep trying this. Maybe it'll
She
give
has
us
Yeah,
a
but
royal
clue.
blood.
Yeah, but you didn't activate the lamp, and neither did Pinwin. So we all have magical abilities and properties about us, but Gorbel and Herstag specifically had something about them that activated an
Is it
item that
royal
we got
blood?
from
Or-
Mandoran.
Yeah, specifically Zara's blood.
Mm-hmm.
Since we know now that they're both children of Zara.
Where's the lamp?
But where does that leave
Maybe
me?
you're a children of Zara.
I know.
Who's your mom? For truly?
I thought it was Lagaya.
You sure about that, horse boy?
I tried
Hey, he
to
hung
keep-
out in the stables all
boy?
the time.
Oh, yeah.
Stable boy, okay,
So you,
sure.
you try the key
Horse
again?
boy.
All right, Gorbel, you try the key again, and it opens back to the stairwell.
Well, that's just part of the pattern. I tried again.
It opens back up to your gargantuan mansion.
I tried again.
Interesting.
It opens back up to the hallway.
That's part of the pattern.
Okay,
Go
I'll
one
do it
more.
again.
It continues to open up into the hallway as many times as you do it, Tomas.
You're
This is
so bad at this,
bullshit.
Tomar.
I'm just imagining him like,
Let me try. I'm going to try again.
Fine.
And I'll open the door.
why am I imagining you as Yosemite Sam? Like,
He's essentially a dwarf. Pinwin, you open the door, and it's the hallway.
It's a pattern. I'll close it and open it again.
It's the hallway.
Maybe it's still the pattern.
it's a new pattern.
It's going AAB now.
It's a limerick! It's a limerick!
I open it a third time.
It's the hallway.
I try it. I shove Pinwin out of the way and give it another go.
It opens back up to the gargantuan mansion.
Ah, why the mansion? Always.
At this point, I've stepped back and I'm leaning against a bookshelf
watching us
and I've
fight.
lit a pipe
Wait.
and I'm just like stroking my chin, kind of like, what is this?
All right.
What
Okay.
is
So
happening here?
Willem had the most places open up.
Did it only open up to my mansion for me?
Yes.
Okay, so it only works
Correct.
for one for me. Oh, it's probably because it's my mansion.
Right. So
So I'm magically tied to it.
Willem needs to be opening these doors.
Yeah, why aren't you doing this?
What's on your chin?
Slacker?
Why are you going like that?
It's his little scruff of beard.
Does it itch?
Not quite of dwarven size. But
What is wrong with you? Did you huff too much?
No, I've been
paint?
opening a door. Duh.
Duh, says Pinwin. All right. I keep the pipe in my mouth and I walk over and I shut it on the mansion, open it back up to the stairs, shut it again, and cautiously open it just a squeak
Okay.
again.
It opens and you see like just a far stretching field of green grass and wildflowers and mountains off in the distance. And yeah, it looks really pleasant.
Where's that?
Do we recognize it?
Does it seem familiar at all?
To you, Willem, it does not.
To us?
So I swing the door wide for everybody else.
You
to
guys
see.
look out, and it looks like you're in the center of the far depths of the Gods Valley. Very not far away from the ancient city.
I'm pretty sure I've rolled in that grass.
this must have been where Mandoran he sent his messenger to me with the stone.
Oh, that do it. Okay, close it and try it again.
Interesting.
We have to figure out
All
how
right.
to get the right place that we want for this to be useful. You know?
Yeah, hang tight.
The lizard folk pokes his head in. I followed you here.
Galash has
Can I go in
wares.
now?
Galash, run to this door.
Galash has wares.
Are you my workshop?
All right, I open the door again.
Back to a hallway, and then you open it again, and you hear, as you're opening it, you hear like a, and you smell a very strong salt smell, and you crack it open, and you seem to be sitting on top of a massive stretch of water, like an ocean. And as you look kind of
Oh.
down, you can see that there's like rough rocks around the bottom of the doorway, and it kind of slopes down and then just kind of leads down into water.
I'm gonna.
Is
I'm
there
gonna-
a cave?
All right, keep the door open. I'm gonna fly out,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna turn around and look at what we're coming out of.
Okay. So, Tomar, you fly out and you look back, and you appear to be in the middle of the ocean somewhere. It's a long stretch of water where, as far as you can see, and there's this little mound of rock, ancient looking rock, like it's been there a really long time. And the doorway that you're looking at is like all chipped. It looks like driftwood. And it's weird because the door itself, when you're outside, looks as though it's just like this like really flimsy, cheap little door that wouldn't keep water back at all. And now that it's open, but it definitely doesn't look like that on the inside. When you're looking on the outside, it's got like the open slats, like it looks like a pirate cove or something, but it's roughly maybe 20 feet wide, and it kind of like grows up an outcrop. It looks to be, other than the door, like an outcrop in the middle of the ocean.
Nothing else there.
Nothing else.
What if I look up?
you just see sky. It looks like a pretty pleasant day. It smells very strongly of sea salt, but like the sun is in a different position than it was when you guys were in, like, when you got to Deepminster. Obviously, you could surmise that maybe it's a different time of day, but it also looks like it's in a different position, almost as if you're somewhere very far away from Valtel.
Okay. I fly back in.
Okay.
Was there a Horcrux
I had
out
a
there?
theory. It was wrong. For a second, I thought that we were opening up for multiple ziggurats or something, and that.
Oh,
But
okay.
that's not the case. It's still, they're just random locations. At least that one was way far from where we are.
Was there anything down on that little outcropping of land?
Was there anything? It was
No,
rocks.
it like slowly sloped down into the water.
It just looks very similar to one of the visions that I had when we slept in the...
Under the tree.
Yeah, when we slept under Leithandria.
What exactly happened in your vision?
So I was on a beach, and then it was overtaken by a tsunami, and then I was in the water with Mandoran, who held out his held out his hand, and it glowed red with a stone, but then, like, the shadow of a spider took it and scuttled down into the depths of the sea.
What if Mandoran used that spell to plant those dreams in our head? And they weren't dreams. They were implanted memories that... I don't know what he'd gain out of that.
Yeah, I mean, if he used that spell to implant those, it's not as nefarious, because those visions actually became helpful later, for the most part.
I mean, Mandoran's been helpful at times. I'm so confused with him being bad.
Unless all of the gifts he's given us have been
Cursed?
false.
Or false.
Or double-edged swords.
Maybe they're helping him meet some kind of end.
Gorbel, you used, wasn't it the lantern? It fully activated when she used it?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What did the lantern do again?
When they touched it, it lit up. It only lit up for Herstag, Gorbel, and Psycho.
And it had an inscription on it as well.
Yep.
Once we inspected it. And then that's what transported us to Lewin's
Sort of. It was that weird pocket.
the pocket universe. You guys went to... Somebody went to Lewin's plane. I went to the plane with Gorbel's mom's memory.
Can we go there multiple times?
Go where?
Through the lantern.
Well, it like imploded. We had to like escape out of there because it like imploded on us. It was imploding and we had to get out of there.
We should visit Lewin again.
Maybe we could get some information from Lewin about the moon gods.
That's what I'm thinking. And also the runes and...
I don't know. She seemed pretty aloof, out of character.
I mean...
Lewin isn't the same being as the moon.
Right.
From what I understand, she just now wields its power.
Well, maybe she gained some kind of like memory. What do you think would happen if I went into my mansion without casting it and I came in through this door? I'm curious if I would like, I don't know, I'm curious if it would be the same time. If
Yeah, when
I would,
it is.
Yeah, if I would maybe encounter
Wouldn't that be
Mandoran.
bad? You might encounter yourself.
What if I make you invisible before you explore?
Ooh.
And then you find
Again.
Mandoran, and then you grab him, put him in a headlock, and pull him through.
Wait, or I could do
You boil his teeth?
my other trick.
We also don't
My
want her
mislead
trapped.
trick.
That's true.
That just doubles you.
We don't
that
want her
just doubles
trapped
the
in there,
chance
though.
of them seeing you.
No, it makes me invisible.
I thought it creates
I have
a
an
ghost version of yourself.
Yeah, an invisible ghost version, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I could send my invisible person, and then my
and then
my
you don't get
physical
trapped.
form is just like,
Well, yeah, and that seems way safer because then if something goes wrong with your invisible person, then yeah.
The idea of you sneaking around us, like other versions of us, is wacky to me. But if you want to try it,
I imagine someone in the group makes a joke, and my invisible self like can't stop laughing.
So when you choose to do something when you're in your ghost form, does your physical form come up to meet it, or do you just dissipate?
So
From what I recall, your physical form is just like inert and like sitting there.
But the spell ends when she does something.
Oh, did I misuse this before? Now I'm not sure because it sounds like my physical form becomes invisible and then it's just an illusory double of me that can go.
That makes sense.
I think
That
that's how
sounds
we
right.
used it before.
With the when we snuck up on the king, I think she was invisible.
That's, yeah. Or no, I wasn't because I was sneaking and I was doing a whole thing. Now I don't remember.
You had to sneak, so you wouldn't have had to do that if you were invisible.
Okay.
So just let
So
it make
it's
you
my-
invisible.
Okay, fine.
That way it's safer.
I put my hand
But
on her
is it
shoulder.
safer? Because then she can get trapped in there. Because she's sending herself in there.
Wait, is it just me going in?
How many people can you make invisible?
1.
Damn it.
Even at higher levels?
Yes.
That's whack.
It's a dangerous game.
Or
Sorry, I don't have mass invisibility.
what if I polymorphed into something
Like a little
and just
bird.
crept in?
Little unsuspecting bird.
But you wouldn't. Oh, I guess, yeah. Do you have, like, the ability to polymorph into, like, a
Yeah.
spider or something?
I can polymorph into anything.
Shit.
Can you
Fuck.
And I can
Do it,
polymorph
yeah.
you guys too.
Woo!
maybe do that?
Let's.
That way
I never
don't-
get to do this.
That way,
Are we going to have the borrowers?
that way we're not split up because there's still ways that this could royally screw
Yeah.
up.
It
Well,
also
this is
worries
exciting.
me, though, if we can't get back here and we need to for some reason. Well, why do we need to go back here?
I mean, we've finished everything here, and we're
So, sorry, sidebar. At higher levels, when you cast a spell using a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, you can target 1 additional creature for each slot level above 2nd. So I could do.
Yeah, because I
2
think you did
people.
you and Tomar in that hut.
Yep.
Oh man, is mass polymorph a 9th level spell? Yes. Anyway,
All right. So we're polymorphing everybody.
yeah. What do we want to become?
Are we trying to be inconspicuous or are we trying to be marvelous?
let's just do flies or something,
Flies? That's so boring, Tomar, but I mean, I guess.
or like gnats, something really hard to
Oh,
see.
I don't want to be a gnat. Someone could slap me.
Wait, but don't we have the?
What about little birds?
Do we only have the abilities of that?
Mm-hmm.
So would we be able to like actually hear well and see well?
I think you would be able to see and hear as well as the animal that you became.
I don't know how gnats hear and see.
I don't know.
Also, I should probably like open this door again before I become a gnat.
Yeah. What about birds? Birds seem like they hear.
Yeah, but they'd be really obvious.
But if we saw just like random birds in Gorbel's mansion, that would rouse
We'd be
suspicion.
Like, get the hell out of here, birds. And that. I
What?
don't know.
So if we see ourselves, does that cause a problem, or is it them seeing us? Because I was gonna say, what if we were just Gorbel's
And if we're in a
servants?
different form, does that matter?
Whoa. But if we left, then that'd be really.
But then we also run the risk because then at that point they could get close enough to us to touch, and I feel like that would be a Cronenberg situation.
Yup.
Well, it's not an. I don't think polymorph is an illusion. We literally take the shape of the thing.
Yeah, but we're still us. So if they touch us, they're touching
Right.
is
And
there-
us.
her people.
And that
can't
could be bad.
taught.
I don't think it was touch specifically. I
Really?
think it was just encountering them.
Well, if you'll
I thought they
recall,
couldn't be touched. Like they were just visual.
So just encountering them is bad, but
it's
touching them is
interact
fine.
with.
That seems counterintuitive.
The verbiage is interact. So
If we're a creature that's not our form, is it going to be the same?
you guys don't know, but it is always a risk to run. You definitely would want to avoid touching or letting your past selves know that you're there. However, you don't know if it also has to do with the vicinity. The words were interact, so you would be taking a risk in going forward.
But we don't even know if our past selves are there right now. So, okay, well, how do we feel about becoming...
Or maybe do we just open the door
Some
a
kind of
tiny
flying-
crack to
flying
see and just
bug.
peek in to see if we can see ourselves in there? And then if we do shut the door really fast, just to be safe, so then we know.
I think the mass polymorph into insects thing, it makes the most sense. If it's something that we actually want to explore, I think that is the
I just
best
don't
laid
want to
plan.
accidentally interact with them and then we have another giant bad can of worms opening up.
I can't open the door as an insect, so I'm going to have to open it at least
So
a crack
you open the door,
Sure.
we get
before
out of
I
sight of the door.
polymorph everyone.
Then you cast the spell.
Ooh. I can use my mirror trick and just kind
Other
of
Gorbels
peek
on the
around the
other
little
side with the
crack
mirror.
and just see.
Oh, that just gave me like really
I know
creepy
myself
vibes
too
for some
well.
reason. Like opening a door and then just like somebody with a mirror already like ready to like look in there like, oh!
Or they're just smiling at them.
Yeah,
like,
I just creep myself.
I hate
Yeah,
it.
dude, I just creep myself the fuck out.
Hi, I'm Pinwin.
Slam.
Okay, so are we doing this?
I mean, I don't really see what the point is, but it sounds fun.
To
so
see
let's explore.
if it actually sets us back to a different point in time,
Yeah,
or
that
if it just
that is a good nugget of information to know if we're traversing time as well as space.
because what if this puts us back to the point where Mandoran snuck into my mansion? Okay, let's try this. Let's do it.
All right.
Okay, so I turn the key again.
Okay.
Is it my mansion door?
It's the hallway, but
I
we'll
turn it
assume
again.
That, yeah, we'll assume that you did that. And now it is your mansion door. You open it just a crack?
Just a tiniest bit.
Are you going to peek out?
with my mirror?
Okay. Give me perception.
Why? Can't it just be eyesight?
That's perception.
So do I have bad eyesight too?
No, but
Do we have to roll perception for our past selves to detect our current selves?
Ooh, please say no. That'd be hard because if we were at a different level, then our skills would be a different addition.
I percepted so well, a 21.
okay. So everything looks normal and everything like that, but you do see that there is somebody standing at the end of the hallway at attention, like a servant, but they don't look like any of your servants.
What the fuck? I close a little crack in the door and I turn back to everybody. I'm pretty sure someone is pretending to be my servant in there.
No.
Something
Ever.
really weird is happening.
Oh, I hate it.
What if it's actually Mandoran's mansion, and every time you enter it, it takes the form of your mansion, but he also uses it all the time, and he has like his own staff.
I was going to say, what if it was just not your magnificent mansion and someone else's that they have casted on their own? But that's along the same lines as what
Yeah.
Willem just said.
But it's her servants when she walks in. It's the one
No.
she picked.
Nope. He just said that it was a different servant.
Well, did
that
the
one is.
did the
Oh,
rest of
I
it look like
see.
my mansion?
The rest of it did look very similar to your mansion. You wouldn't be able to tell if there was like something out of place maybe, but yeah, it looks pretty much like yours, except for that servant.
Like the books are all the same in Gorbel-ified, right?
She only looked down the hallway.
What books?
I don't know. Do you guys still want to go in?
I mean, yeah,
Yeah,
curiosity.
I mean, this
Okay.
doesn't change that we want to investigate,
All right.
right?
I crack it again,
Mm-hmm.
and I do one more peek just to see if I can get a better look at that
They're
servant.
closer to us down the hallway, but still facing a different direction.
Oh!
Hello. The servant is now
Man,
gone.
I'm weird. This is creeping me out.
But that's the only difference.
Fun.
Okay. Are you guys ready to become houseflies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mansion flies.
They're fancier.
They've got little bow
They
ties.
fly in flying V patterns.
They have little monocles.
Aww.
So cute.
Yeah.
How long does this last?
This lasts for up to an hour. Should I also connect us through our little fly mines?
Do we want
Yes.
to split up? Is it, that was going to be my question. Like, if we split up, then we might want the bond.
Within the mansion. I mean, yeah, but yeah, we've been.
I do feel like it might just be important to have the bond. Mm-hmm. Because
Wait, is mass polymorph concentration?
yes.
Then you can't. Wait, is telepathic bond concentration?
No.
Okay.
The last time that we messed around with some doors, we all
Mm-hmm.
got separated, and it's a bad idea to not
Yes.
have the bond. Although I think we did have the bond last time, and the magic or the different planes that we were on negated it anyway. So whatever, who knows? But it's better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it, right? Boy Scouts.
It could be a waste of my energy, but maybe not.
I'll give you a stim pack.
Okay, so
Now, are you going to be able to use your 9th level spell if you cast Telepathic Bond?
Why not?
why not?
What level are you casting Telepathic Bond?
I'm casting it at 5th level.
Is there even an advantage to casting that at a higher level?
Not much.
All of our inner thoughts just inadvertently seep
We
through
can
too.
feel each other. And every single feeling.
Your aura! It's fuckle!
Okay. So everybody look at me. Are you looking?
I'm looking. Should I look harder?
Okay. I point at my eyes, then point back at everybody else's, and cast telepathic bond.
Connected.
Yes, we're in. Okay.
Welcome.
Are you ready? This is gonna feel weird.
Yes. We've
I've heard
morphed
that before.
I think, except maybe
It's
Willem.
morphin' time.
I don't know if I've morphed all of you.
I've morphed.
Okay.
We've all been different things at some point in this adventure.
Okay, now remember that you cannot speak, you can't cast spells, you can't... we have the hit points. I'm sorry, we have the...
Health.
We have...
The fortitude.
We have the fortitude of houseflies right now, so please be careful.
Well, this is just a recon mission, so we shouldn't be engaging it with anything.
Pinwin tries to get out a little fly bow. Okay.
I like the idea of pulling, like the fly trying to pull it out of his little fly pack, and then it's real size when you pull it out.
It's just like
just what I was
floating
like.
through there.
Okay, I do it. I cast it.
All right. You guys become houseflies.
Okay, does our telepathic bond work?
Your telepathic bond is working.
Yay!
All right, let's buzz on out of here.
Oh! Yeah!
Oh no. Oh no.
Who's
I went too
vacuuming?
far.
Everything.
I just keep flying into the wall.
Everything everything is huge now. And you guys are this crack is like it may as well be like 40 feet wide in the crack in the door now. As you guys are kind of like
This is
buzzing around.
awesome.
I can
This
see
is
from
awesome.
all angles.
Yeah, you guys' vision is like fractured, but yeah, you can see a lot in one go. But it all makes sense to your brain.
All right, let's go see what we can find.
So you guys fly out through the crack in the door.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are flying through the hallway. Everything is huge. It's the equivalent of like flying through a valley for you guys right now. It is huge in here. And you're buzzing around, and are you guys sticking in a cluster, or are you guys kind of spread out?
I was going to say it's a bad idea to stay in a cluster. Like, stay in the vicinity, like within visual contact with each other, but let's not clump up because that I feel like that would
Resist
draw
swarming.
attention. Yeah. This hurts you.
All right, so you guys, where are you heading?
Down the hall.
All right, so you guys fly down the hall, and you guys go around the corner. You're noticing now that there is a subtle difference in when you get to the next section, Gorbel. There's a subtle difference in the color of the wall. It's like, well, not even color. It's like a weird wallpaper. It looks like stripes, kind of ugly when you get to this section.
Someone redecorated my mansion.
Okay, maybe it is Mandoran's mansion instead. Let's go to where your books are. He would
Head to the study?
Yeah, to the study.
So you guys you buzz into the study, and you realize very quickly the fire is roaring, and there are several people inside the study sitting around chatting.
Oh.
What you see is a young-looking Harkin Blackheart. At least that's what it appears to be. You can also see that there's somebody sitting completely cowled in a dark robe. You can just see the underside of their face, but it's probably human. Could be a half-elf, could be an elf, but it definitely doesn't look... It's not like the master, necessarily, but it's... It's you've got a heavily cowled person. You've got a strange-looking man with he looks to be like maybe a half elf or something. He's got like almost like a mohawk. It's red. He's kind of big, even for a half elf. He's pretty big, and he's got a deep voice when he speaks. And The last person at the table is a halfling woman, and she's not saying anything. She's kind of older. She's got like spectacles, on the bridge of her nose. That her little bifocals. They don't connect. They don't have stems, and they all seem to be chatting very quietly and casually around this fire.
We can't hear what they're saying though.
You guys can overhear them a little bit. Do you guys spread out, I imagine, kind of cling to the wall maybe?
Yeah.
Try to be all sneaky like.
Yeah.
Their voices are booming because of the nature of being a fly. Every sound is enhanced for you guys. I assume that's how flies work. We're going to say it is. And almost seems like it takes a while, but essentially you see what is the young Harkin Blackheart, who couldn't be more than like 20 years old at this point, like a very young Harkin Blackheart, but not dressed in the soldiery costume of what you guys remember him, like his very stately garb. He's wearing like flowing robes, and he kind of leans forward. He's got a serious expression on his face, and he says, he seems to be referring to the big, maybe half elf. It's hard to tell. And he says, I think that it is a very poor idea for you to do this. And the half-elf or elf, it's hard to tell, looks at him, puts his hand on his shoulder, and he says, Mandoran, if you speak out of turn again, I will kill you. And Mandoran looks back, and he nods. He says, all right, well, I just think that what you're suggesting is it would change the course of many things, not just the course of your campaign. And he looks like he kind of takes a very firm grip on Mandoran's shoulder, and he scowls back. And this man is very like intimidating looking. You can tell that everyone in the room is kind of like set back by him. And he says, I will do what it is that I think is necessary in order to secure my nation. I will create these things, and I will make sure that it is done. And the little gnome woman sitting on the chair, she pushes her
I thought she was halfling.
Sorry, yes, halfling. I apologize. The little halfling in the chair, she pushes her glasses up closer.
I don't think that it is of the best advice, but you've never led us astray before, Verdlin, so I suppose that we are going to have to listen to you in this.
And he nods. It will absolutely destroy the plague of this land that we have tried so hard to get rid of.
Ooh.
And Mandoran, it looks back. But I think that the destruction of the dwarves is in poor taste. They've only been our allies until now. And Veldelin, who you now realize is there, that's who that is. He just shakes his head. The dwarves do not matter. Not right now. They will rebuild. But what matters right now is ensuring the survival of this realm. We need to get rid of all of the hobgoblins. We must destroy them. We must destroy the Azimar. And we must establish a new domain. That is what the tree told me. And then they all kind of look to the hooded figure sitting in the chair that hasn't said anything yet. And it's like a quiet moment. And then the hooded figure kind of moves their head slightly and says, "Make it so." It's a woman's voice. And the Veldelin nods and says, "She agrees with me. This is what we need to be doing. I will not hear anyone else dismay or wring their hands at what I am trying to accomplish." And you just see like Mandoran's like countenance kind of fall. He looks very not happy with this, as well as the little halfling woman sitting on the chair. Then the hooded individual kind of turns their head to the side.
There's someone else here.
Abort.
Abort.
Sneak it out.
And you watch as the hooded individual like rises up out of the chair, and you don't see feet beneath the robe that they're in.
Is it
Are they roots?
Yes, Leophondria.
Are they roots?
It's not roots, but it looks as though they're floating. And they start floating down towards where you guys currently are. What's your plan? Okay.
Yeah.
But as we're
retreat.
retreating, I'm going to try to get a really good look at her if I can.
From where you're at, it's going to be real hard to do.
Dang. Okay.
So you guys fly out of the room.
Mm-hmm.
And if you were...
I do.
The rest of you guys follow.
Yeah.
And as you
No.
guys are flying back... Are you guys
Did
flying
you
back to the
say
door?
no?
I did say no.
What are
You're
you
not
going to do?
leaving?
I'm gonna wait there for a minute.
Do you even have good perception?
Yeah.
Okay, as I start to go... oh, man.
She just swats
So you
Tomar.
guys are all flying down the...
Well, if I notice Tomar is not going, then I'll probably stay back and try to, like, distance myself a little bit from him, but also I don't want to leave him alone.
Okay, so
Tomar, what are you doing?
so Willem and Gorbel are going down the hall.
Do we notice that they're not
Give me
coming?
all three of you. Give me perception. You don't have to, Tomar.
Ooh. I did a crit, and it's 24.
Woo!
Reliable talent, baby. 19.
28.
You don't have to, Tomar.
Oh.
26.
Okay, so you guys all do notice that Tomar is not moving.
Tomar, what are you
Tomar?
doing? Come on.
I want to see who it is.
What if they get you though?
It looks much more conspicuous if multiple flies are flying at once.
That's what flies do. It's in the name.
What are you guys gonna do?
I
At
don't
least
wanna-
hide.
The person
I'm-
is like floating towards you
Okay,
guys.
I don't want
I'm
to leave you
going out
alone.
the-
I'll just
I'm
hide
out
on the
the
side
door.
near, but not right by you.
I'm out the room.
Okay,
That's
Willem, you head down the room. Gorbel, what are you doing? Or down the hall?
I'm heading to like the doorway,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to kind of hang there.
Okay. And the person in the hood kind of... And everyone give me a stealth roll, except for you, Willem. Everyone, you
Oh,
three
I
give me a
critted.
stealth roll, but you're going to have to take off 2
Okay.
Oh,
Why?
no.
because you're a fly. So
Wouldn't-
you don't have...
Wouldn't
the-
I be better at stealth than Tomar? Who
But you
wears-
have you have diminished skills because you're a fly.
What is the... Okay, so we would need to know the fly's
That's true.
dex bonus.
That's kind of why I was doing the -2 just to make it easier, like just because they wouldn't be as fast as a level 20 human or sneaky.
You'd think they'd have very good perception though, because they can see really well. So if we can get just close enough, can we crit skills? No.
No.
Damn.
I mean, I would argue that a fly is faster than a normal human because if
Well,
you're trying to
let's-
swat one, they're flying all around.
But that's not hidden more. This is
I'm not-
like more
I mean-
stealthy.
Yeah, but stealth goes off of dex as a mechanical bonus.
Let's see here. All right. This is a homebrew thing, but everything I've seen so far actually gives flies a lot better stats, principally because of what you said, Tomar. So
Woo!
they've got a high dex and a high wisdom, but low everything else. So the dex would be +7 to anything
Whoa.
that you roll. So go ahead and give me stealth +7. So whatever
Okay.
you got.
27. My birthday.
Is that also what you got?
I got 13.
Okay.
21.
Okay. Gorbel, the hooded figure, looks over at you, raises its
That
hand.
was with +7?
Yeah.
Dang.
And raises its hand and give me a dex save. So it'll be +7.
What about... Don't forget about inspiration.
What does inspiration get me?
Advantage.
Oh, do I want to use inspiration on that? I rolled an 18.
No.
I'm not going to use my inspiration yet. So 25.
25. So you watch as you can. It's almost like you can see everything slowed down because you are a fly, and you see magic starting to collect at the tip of a gloved finger, and is going to direct itself right at you. So you were able to actually watch, and as the magic moves slower than you would have thought normally possible, and you're able to buzz out of the way.
Can I see who it is since I'm closer then? Or at least what they look like?
Give me perception, and you're going to have a plus... you're going to have a +5 to your perception.
I can too.
If you'd like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. I rolled a crit again. Holy fuck.
Dang.
25.
Also 25. Wait.
Okay.
+5?
Yeah.
Wait, you rolled a 22?
No, my bonus plus the 5.
Oh,
Total
we're adding
25.
our bonuses too?
Wait, what bonus?
Okay, what is a fly's perception
He
then?
said +5.
20.
A fly's perception is 20?
Yeah.
Oh, well then, yeah. 20.
Well, sorry, their wisdom is 20, so it'd be a +5 to their perception.
So are we adding our modifier plus that?
No, you're just because you don't
So
have
it'd
the
be
same
19.
skills.
Okay.
19. Okay. So you catch a glimpse underneath the cowl of what appears to be like some sort of like both of you guys see this. What appears to be some sort of like deterioration on the face. You still can't see underneath the hood necessarily, but you can see just enough that it looks almost like rotten.
Like rotted wood. Does it look like a wood face?
It doesn't look like a wood face. No, it looks like it doesn't look like a wood face. It looks like a rotting, like human flesh almost.
Who do we know that's rotting?
I mean,
it could still be
have we checked the bag lately?
I don't know why you're focused on Leithondria. I know he said the tree told me, but that doesn't mean the tree is
I
there.
know.
I mean, but it's
It sounds more like
an important woman
It
voice.
sounds more like a Calcifer / Thundara sort of person that is...
They sounded soft-spoken.
I don't mean their voice, I just mean
Did
the
the
nature
voice
of
sound
what they are.
familiar? How about that?
No, not that you could tell.
Oh, okay. Well then, maybe
All right, I'm going to
it's not.
head down the hallway.
Okay.
Okay, I'll follow.
All right, you guys all buzz down the hallway. And as you, so Willem, are you now? Have you just gone through the door again?
No, I'm out in the hall.
Okay, you see these other 3 flies come buzzing around, and then since you're, I'm assuming, facing that way, waiting for them, you see right behind them, moving very quickly, without moving at all, like no feet or anything, just floating back behind them, is this cowled form, like just like coming after you guys.
Oh man.
Like, we can tell that it definitely sees us and
It
is
knows
coming
that
for
there's
us.
something up.
Are you gonna warn us?
Maybe we can lead it out of the door into the tower and close the door.
Ooh, I wonder if it would even be able to exist out there.
Did you ask me if I was going to warn you? Because you guys are now running from it.
Yeah, you guys
Do
can
we
see
know
it too.
it's right there though? Because
Yeah,
saying
you guys
that
can see
Willem
it.
could see. Oh, okay.
I was just
thought
saying it
you
from
meant,
his
like,
perspective.
Okay.
So he knows what's
Okay.
going on. So you guys are all like being chased by this thing.
Okay.
Come on, guys. Let's get out of here.
All right, so you guys fly towards the door? Mm-hmm. All right, you fly through the crack. What are you guys going to do now?
I'm dropping
Did
my
we
concentration and closing
Did we
the door.
close the door?
You wouldn't have been able to.
So it's still open.
Just a crack, yeah.
I was going to drop my concentration and close it.
Okay.
So we're not luring her into the tower.
Do we want to?
Why not? We want to
Wait,
find.
think-
we might want to
think
find
it
out
to
who
me.
it is.
Thank
Oh, I am thinking it to you.
Oh, okay.
So we're luring her in.
I'm sorry, my speaking voice and out of character voice are the same.
Can we trap her?
Okay, do we want to lure her in and drop our form back to our normal form immediately, or do we want to stay in fly form for a second?
Well, you want to be able to close the door so she can't get out.
Okay, so we fly
I
back.
bet she doesn't even come in. Like, this whatever this being is, probably senses that something's amiss
Yeah,
and won't
it's,
just like.
it's definitely not guaranteed. I just want to see what happens.
All right, let's do it. Let's go.
So you're doing what with the concentration?
I'm holding it for now.
Okay. You guys, You guys watch as gloved fingers wrap around the door and push it open, but then when it pushes open, there's nothing there now, and it looks to be that blank spatial spot out into like darkness and stars.
Whoa.
So this is like the default zone out here.
Well, I would think that the stairway would be the default zone.
I mean, the magic that is powering this door, this is the default space where it's like pulling the magic from. You know,
Oh,
you
that's
get
fair.
what I'm saying?
That's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this would be the inside of the bag of holding for the door.
This is
Okay.
its true form.
What did we just see?
Well, Mandoran has been around way longer than we thought.
And he
Was that
in
halfling?
cahoots with
The halfling
Valtel.
from the council?
Was it the halfling from the council?
There was no halfling on the council.
was a
there was
gnome woman.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I know I said gnome. I probably threw you through a loop there. That was an accident.
Pinwin, you didn't recognize that halfling, did you? Like maybe
Did
it's an
I?
ancestor or something?
Give me history
It's Grandma Tootie.
with an advantage.
That went so far.
Use a different one.
Oh, it's not gonna roll as
He
good.
said with advantage.
Oh no, I rolled 19. That's pretty good. Okay, so perception is
History.
No, history.
oh history, duh, yeah. So 19 plus 24.
24. Okay.
It's Grandma Gertie.
So, in the history of the halflings, you know, Pinwin, that Shadeholm wasn't always the home of halflings. In fact, a lot of halflings, like, the rumor and the ancient histories are that they had control of the entire Blue Valley. That was their home. And they eventually kept getting kind of closed off as their numbers dwindled, and they ended up primarily existing in Shadeholm, while other groups came to the Blue Valley in search of different things and different ways of life, kind of secluded from the rest of Valtel while still being part of it. But you know that one of the first halflings to settle in Blue Valley and bringing her entire clan with her was a woman called Wingy Zapdingle. And
The infamous
Anti-Wingy.
Zapdingle.
Wingy Zapdingle. And actually, she is, coincidentally, an ancient ancestor of yours.
Whoa.
She was a shrewd woman who was very, very gifted at coming up with kind of political schemes in order to kind of keep her people well fed and well taken care of, and she was an advisor at one time to Valtel, the ancient hero, back before everything kind of turned into Valtel, the country.
Grandma Wingy Zap.
Who was the leader of the, what was it, the Bloody Brawlers that ended up being a dickhead?
That was Raelodian, and he is a descendant of Valtel.
Okay.
And his brother Arngrim became the first king in the Arngrim line.
Why would she be evil?
What do you mean?
Isn't she evil? I mean, she's
At this
working
point,
with
there's-
Valtel.
At this point, there isn't really any just like...
I mean, I guess she
straight
was
up
against what
evil.
he was suggesting.
What was the whole thing with the dwarves?
Yeah.
Well,
I
we
thought
know
at
that
first they were talking about
Valdelin was
hobgoblins.
Valdelin. It was Valdelin or Raelodian. I think it's Valdelin, right? That was behind, like partially behind the activation of the cataclysm inside the Belderock.
Yeah, you guys learned that when you went to the Belderock. He sent an envoy there to sort of do something that you're not sure of.
But we
But
also
yeah.
Case the joint.
then after the fact we found out that the Soul Forge is a seal that we opened. So maybe they were trying to activate it at the time. Oh. But we know that through this door now, the main thing we learned is that we can go through time, like backwards if we need to.
Yeah. Huh.
I wonder if it opens to that same time every time.
Good question.
Not that I particularly want to go back.
Try it again.
Do we need to identify the key or the door? If we identify one of these things, then we'll know what it does.
I hold the key in one hand and I touch the door with the other.
We're still flies. Do you guys want to not be flies anymore?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Please.
Maybe.
Okay. I dropped my concentration.
It was kind of nice to poop freely.
You were pooping?
I mean,
The
what?
whole time?
The whole time? The whole time?
Definitely during the last bit.
Yeah. I got scared.
Yeah, so I hold the key in one hand and I push the door shut with my other hand and I hold my hand on that on the door. I don't know if this is going to work, but and I cast Identify.
You will have to select one of them.
I toss the key to Tomar.
And I cast Identify.
Okay. And what you guys learn is that this is a transmutation spell that is, when the two are combined, this key only works on this doorway. It was crafted long ago, and you know that if you turn the key to the right now, you will cycle through 6 locations of the choosing of the person who originally cast the spell. If you turn it to the left, it'll go the opposite way through the
same selection?
Yep, the same selection.
Okay.
And it always, so there are 6 locations that have been predetermined, and you know that in between each one, acting as a failsafe, it returns to its regular state of the hallway.
So what are the other 2?
You don't know that because the nature of, you'd have to actually open them because the nature of the spell doesn't dictate where they are. Just that's what the spell does.
Okay.
So if we keep turning it the same direction, we'll get those locations.
You'll cycle through, yeah. Okay.
Did it explain why only 2 people could use it?
So it probably would. Basically, the only person who can cycle through all of them would be Willem, because the spell dictates that he's one of the people that can use it. The only reason it goes to that one place is because it is tied to Gorbel, and she's the only one who can get you to that location. The blank space, the space with the stars and stuff, that is what the state looks like if it's not Gorbel using the door.
Oh. Is that one of the locations? One of the 6?
Technically, yes.
Okay.
But if anybody
Wow,
but
that's
Gorbel,
interesting. Okay.
yeah, if anybody but her uses it, it'll just be a blank space and stars.
Huh.
Interesting, yeah.
Weird.
So everyone who has the Magnificent Mansion spell, they're literally opening the same mansion, but it
In their own twist.
populates differently for them when they open it.
That's not how it's supposed to work. So there is something weird
So they're
about that.
hijacking it, like
Yeah,
a
I
hijacked
am-
room of requirement.
I am not
exactly.
doing a mansion timeshare.
I did so many naked baths in there.
Me too, Pinwin.
I braided so many hairs. They're gonna learn my braid tricks.
Well, we got to find out what those other locations are, right? I mean, if we're screwing with the door this long.
Yeah.
I hold my hand up to Tomar to toss the key over.
Definitely, I do a spin move and toss the key.
Oh, you also learn that. Sorry, this is important. Whichever amount that you want to move it to, you just click the key that many times.
Oh.
Sweet. Can I assume that it's going to resume from the position that I left it at and not start over since Gorbel did her mansion?
No, it will restart with her position, which you know is that first position that you opened, which is also interesting to note.
So if you turn it right more, you'd go to location 2.
Yeah, you can call that location 1.
Okay. So I do. Are we counting the stairs?
Yes,
Or the
you have
hallway
to count the
stairs?
stairs, so you would do
Okay,
double.
gotcha. So close, stairs, space, stairs, space, stairs, space, stairs, swamp, stairs, Beldorak, stairs, God's Valley, stairs, new location, open.
You open to the ocean that you
Ah,
saw
yeah, there
before.
was the ocean one.
That's one that I didn't have. Okay. Ocean, close, stairs, new location, open.
It opens to, weirdly, you're looking out at like wooden floor and looks like some sort of balcony and a low ceiling, and there's a warm fire on the other side of it, and you can hear a bunch of people talking below and kind of having a good time. The smell, immediately you smell alcohol.
Is this the is this where we were holed up in Ravenmore?
Hold up, what?
Our HQ with Aro?
Oh, no, it is not.
Is it the bar? Is it Pinwin's bar in Wolf's Rest?
It is not. It is some sort of tavern, though.
Does
It's
anyone
not the
recognize
main
it?
drag, is it?
Give me... No, it's not the main drag. Give me a history check.
Come on, history. 18.
That reliable talent.
19.
21. 21.
Actually, I'm so sorry. I'm dumb. You guys would recognize this.
Oh.
I apologize. This is the Scuzz Shack, which you guys will recall
Ew. That sounds
was
gross.
that tavern in Ravenmore all the way back in the day, where you guys saw that really awesome like bard group, and Willem danced with that halfling girl in the crowd.
It's a way back one.
Nice.
Yeah, and Pinwin, you've never been here before, so
Right, yeah, I wasn't even on the podcast. Oh, it wasn't even podcast times. I wasn't even on.
yeah, you were Lewin.
I was Lewin.
So yeah, but it looks to be less raucous than it was then, but it's definitely similar. It looks a little bit different, as if it was somehow inside the facade was changed a little bit, but
So in this
Okay.
instance, Ravenmore exists still.
correct.
Ooh.
Can we get something from Ravenmore?
Oh.
I wonder what time it is.
Yeah.
Is Kurdu
That's
Fish Trapper in Wolf's Rest?
Yeah.
Okay. We saved Kurdu. Okay, cool. Kurdu's cool.
Yeah, he is.
Unless he's a traitor.
Unless he's a traitor.
He's not the
Kurdu
traitor.
Fish Trader.
I mean, he was a higher up person in Ravenmore.
He was
tied
always
to
cool to
Thundara,
us.
as a traitor would be, until they do the traitin'.
Trick or treat.
I'm just sleep deprived enough to where that killed me.
Yay.
Should we go in?
Absolutely.
Yes.
I can't. We can't be flies.
Let's
We
find out
have
what
to
the
see
location is for it.
We
I
can
mean, the
just
next.
sneak.
We got to find out what the last location is, and then
Wasn't
we can,
that it?
Okay.
There's one more, right?
Nope,
No, I
that's
know
the
that
last
was
one.
6.
Oh,
That was the 6th one.
Yep. Because the 5th was ocean.
I don't know if we can go in as ourselves because we might see ourselves
I mean,
depending on what time. it
I
is.
wasn't there. How would
That's
I
true.
recognize that?
Send
don't.
Pinwin in.
Okay.
We're still bonded telepathically.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we hide out down here, like inside the door, so it does, like, so we don't get separated. You know, like, is this like, are there a bunch of people here, or is this like a
Not
corridor?
where you're. There's not a bunch of people where you're at. It seems to be on a raised upper area, and if you were to look out, you'd see rooms on either side. This looks like it.
So it's like a mezzanine.
Yes, like a little balcony area, mezzanine.
I'm okay with hunkering down up here.
Okay. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Okay, Pinwin, get as much info as you can.
Absolutely. I won't lead with, hi, this is Pinwin.
Pinwin, the moment you step outside, you can see that there's like a drunken-looking half-elf man kind of stumbling towards you. He's holding a stein, and he looks you up and down, and then he looks past you. You guys have never seen this man before. And he looks past you, at you guys kind of standing there in the doorway, and he looks beyond, and he's just like, whew. No wonder these rooms are so expensive. Look how big they are inside. And he just keeps walking walking along. That's a close one. All right, Pinwin.
Fucked.
Okay. time to go exploring. So just for main questions that we're wanting answered, who's here? Oh, when is here?
When?
Okay, I'm going now.
When is here is the main question.
Okay, I will make my way on down. Try to.
Okay, so you like start trumping down, and you see that this place is pretty packed. It looks fun. This looks like your perfect environment. You see there's several people behind bar, kind of slinging drinks, and there's a server kind of walking through, handing things out, and it looks like a really fun environment. And there's people, just all the tables are packed. And you can see that there's a small stage in the back where probably someone might perform at some point, and but nobody's performing right now. But you're just gonna kind of saunter on down the stairs and into the thick of things.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You see a lot of different types of people. Not many. You don't see any halflings. You do see. You see like some half-orcs, you see some humans, half-elves, elves. You see like maybe one or two gnomes. But yeah, it's pretty, there's just a big cacophony of noise and sound and fun being had here. Nobody's paying attention to you.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and can I try and find someone who seems pretty drunk and friendly?
Yes.
That seems safe.
Yes. The answer is yes.
Okay. All right. I'll go to the first person who seems super friendly and drunk.
You can see that there's these two people sitting at the end of one of the tables. It's a half-elf and a human, and they look to be like arguing in good humor. And they're just kind of like, no, mate, you don't understand. No. Here's the thing. If you go into the Hawthorne Valley, then you will miss out on some of the best hunts. I'm telling you, the best hunts are in the Expanse. That's where all the cool creatures are. So if you're anybody that wants a chance in the hunt, that's where you want to go. And the other guy just kind of nods. He's like, this whole time I was thinking, go to the Hawthorne Valley. It's so big. But you know what? That probably counts against it, because it is so big. It's probably hard to find any animals that are worth bringing back for the hunt. It's a lot more dense in the Expanse. That makes so much sense. I don't know why I didn't think of it before. And the guy just kind of nods. He's like, well, you stick with me, mate, and you'll understand. Like, my team is the winning team. We're going to take it this year. Don't you worry.
I'm going to pop my head up over by their table and be like, what year is this? You're hunting in the Expanse?
And they both look over like, then they look at each other and like, what year is it? Well, you must have had a bit much to drink if you can't even remember that.
What year is it?
Oh, I think you better sober up, me lad. I think the spirits have gone straight to your brain. All right, pull up a seat. We've got some water here if you'd like to drink it.
I suppose I maybe should, but...
Are you going to act drunk at all?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Other than what he is now.
Yeah. Yeah, so... Oh, jeez. Okay,
What's your name, lad? What's your name?
Larry?
Larry? What's your surname, Larry? I don't see many halflings around here. You're a halfling, right? You're not just a short human or something, or maybe a gnome that needs a meal.
Me, I'm a gnome. You've been drinking a lot too.
Well.
Do you even know what year it is?
I definitely do. That's a very adversarial stance to take, though, for a gnome that looks like a halfling. What's your name, lad?
I don't look like a halfling. I told you I'm Larry. Larry,
Larry,
sir.
That's right, Larry. What's your surname?
Sir.
Sir?
Yeah.
Larry, sir?
Larry, sir.
All right, Larry, sir. Well, you just happen to be sitting with two of the best hunters in Ravenmoor.
Who don't even know the year it is and are hunting in the Expanse.
What's wrong with the Expanse?
There's way better hunting spots. I mean, seriously, what year even is it?
Roll persuasion. And remember, you do get a +2.
Oh. Dang it.
That's already on.
Can I use inspiration?
Yeah.
Sure.
Just like shaming them into revealing the year.
Dang it. Okay, I'm using persuasion, right?
There's just a calendar hanging behind the bar.
That's not terrible. Okay, 17.
They both kind of look at each other and they're like, all right, we'll play along. What year do you think it is? Larry, sir. Sir Larry. You know, your name kind of sounds like the titles they give to those knights.
Maybe I'm a knight. But yeah, the year.
They like look at each
I'm
other.
not gonna tell you what the year is. I think you don't know the year because you're hunting in the expanse, you fools.
Once again, what's wrong with the expanse? I don't think you know what you're talking about.
I don't think you know what you're talking about or what year it is.
How about this? Since you're that many sheets to the wind, you play a game, you win, we'll tell you the year.
What game are you talking?
What's your favorite game? You can name the game, but if we win, you have to tell us why the expanse sucks.
I mean, pretty much any drinking game. Duh.
You gotta be more specific than that, Larry, sir.
I've
You're
only
sitting
played a
here
few.
with Edgelin Hardy and Ruli Bane, two of the greatest hunters that this place has ever seen. So make with your game.
Might be good at hunting, but not so good at drinking. How
Pinwin,
about,
what's going on down there?
you know what? Why not do a drink off? Just a general standard of the mill drink off. I can drink more than you without,
Well, I think that's apparent. You've obviously drank more than us. You don't even remember the year.
and I guess I don't want them both to pass out.
Pinwin, what's going on down there?
I'm trying to convince these people to tell me what year it is by acting really drunk, and they're also really drunk, but I'm trying not to be obvious.
If they're not working, you can move on.
But they offered playing a game, and then they tell me.
Why would you... Someone knows just for sure. You can just ask someone else.
Maybe
And they'll
the
probably be like,
bartender would
"Hey,
be more
This
friendly.
is the year.
You know what, fellas? You know what? I'd love to play a game, but I think you're too drunk. You don't even know what year it is, so I'm gonna go.
Oh no,
see
we're
someone
gonna.
else. You don't even know the year.
Okay.
I'm
Okay. Someone sounds scared to lose a game, but that's fine. That's
I'm
fine.
not gonna play with people who don't know the year.
You're not gonna play because you know you're gonna lose.
No, I will so win, but I'm totally not gonna give time of day to people who are so drunk they don't even know the year, because then that's like it's not even fair then, because I'd super beat you.
That's very crafty, the statement you just made. You definitely hoodwinked us into revealing our hand. No, play the game, have some fun, make some friends, Larry. Come on. Don't you like friends? Or are you one of them loner types?
What do you
nope.
think?
Pinwin's weakness, friends.
Well, I just think you're not being
What
very...
would you suggest then?
How about, I don't know, how about we play quarters?
Okay, what's quarters?
Well, we can make it simple since you're drunk. I'll flip a coin. You decide what it is, and if you win, then we'll tell you. If we win, you tell us about the expanse. Real simple game, even you can follow Larry.
Okay.
Real quick, I'm going to cast invisibility on myself,
Okay?
and I'm going to make my way down to where Pinwin is.
Okay.
Do not interact with yourself.
And yeah, I find myself immediately and I put my penis in my mouth. And I think to Pinwin, here, use this. And I like reverse pickpocket Pinwin a couple of items.
Okay.
Is it a two-headed coin?
Yes, one of them is. And the other are those bracers that I can't find for the life
Tavern
of me.
bracers?
Yeah.
What do they do?
They basically give you...
You get like a +2
Advantage.
in game, like tavern, any kind of like games. And then you can also have advantage.
All right, I'll do. That's awesome. Thanks.
So the tavern bracers, when wearing these leather bracers, any tavern games or festival games will be your plaything. You'll have advantage when engaging in them, as well as an additional +2 to any roll you make.
All right.
And then Coin of Certainty. A coin that has a dragon emblazoned on one side and a large X on the other. When flipped, this coin will always land dragon side up for the one attuned to it. So that won't be of much help. Plus, you're playing quarters anyway, so just go with the bracers.
Okay.
So
Sounds
I reverse pocket the bracers into Pinwin's back pocket and Vamoose back up to the balcony.
So advantage and +2?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. All right, I'll play your game of quarters.
You see, you slip those on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's some pretty sweet bracelets you got there,
They're
Larry.
my gaming bracelets.
Oh, you take this pretty serious, huh? All right, well. All right, in that case, here's what we're gonna do. I'll flip this coin here, and then you have to tell me what side is up. So he flips it, and you can now give me a perception roll, add advantage, and then add 2.
Okay. 33.
Yeah. Being completely stone cold sober and him being pretty drunk, it's a very lopsided flip, and you're easily able to watch it as it falls, and you can see that he's not even that quick. Maybe for an average person it would be a quick slap, but you're a level 20 adventurer, and you immediately see that the tails side is up.
Okay. That's so tails.
And he's like, well, oh shit, it is tails, damn it. All right.
What year is it? You don't even know.
Larry, fine. Well, if you must know, Larry, it is the year 373.
Yeah, right, liar.
I'm not lying. Why would I lie about the year?
Because you're super drunk.
Maybe it's not 373. He sits and thinks. No, it's 373. Yeah, it's 373. Because I'm 33, and I was born in 340. So yeah, 373.
Okay. All right. Okay, if you are so sure, I guess I can tell you why the Expanse sucks.
Wait, you don't have to. You won.
Yeah, but I'll throw you a bone.
Huh, that's a cool guy move of you, Larry. Why does the Expanse suck?
The Expanse sucks because I heard the creatures moved out. They don't like it there anymore.
Give me deception.
This is where Pinwin turns darkest timeline, Pinwin.
It's starting now.
He's like, oh man, I like lying to people.
11?
Pinwin's
11. All right, 11. He doesn't buy it. He's like, Larry, you drunk. But you're a good sport, Larry. And at that moment, the door of the tavern pushes open, and all of you peeking over can see, including you, Pinwin. Everybody gets silent as a group of black cowled individuals wearing they're not robes, they're black armor, black clothing, and wearing black masks with different designs step into the tavern, and everyone gets very quiet as they watch. And you hear Ruli over on the other side of the bar. He's like, well, blimey, it's the Bleak Gathering. And that's where we're going to end for the night.
Oh.
Sweet.
Am I going to get obliterated?
No.
No. Can you explain to the audience who the Bleak Gathering were?
I forget.
The Bleak Gathering were the group of hunters that cinched the hunt every single year in Ravenmoor until you guys showed up. That was the year they took second place. They're very quick, very nimble, and they don't speak, and they all wear pretty much identical black outfits, but each of their masks has a different design on it.
That always seemed kind of weird.
Yeah, and nobody knows their true intention or anything about them.
Bunch of homunculi.
So, all right. Why don't you guys tell me why you deserve 5 points of boon?
Sipping them bracers, son.
Yeah, that was good.
Polymorph.
Polymorph, yeah.
Doing
Getting
some
risky
snakes.
by hanging back and not running away.
Getting risky by going right in and trying to convince them that they don't know the year, so then they tell me the year.
We need to start just identifying things immediately.
Yeah.
Any new things. Boop.
All right.
Download.
So, yeah, you guys all get 5 points of boon. Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Now it's time for tonight's MVPC. The most valuable player character. That's right. You vote for the person who deserves to get an additional 5 points of boon all on their own for tonight's episode. Now, for the audience at home, they will be voting by picking the number. Willem is 1, Tomar is 2, Pinwin is 3, and Gorbel is 4. On the count of 3, they will hold up their fingers, indicating the number of the person that it corresponds to. Pretty easy. Take a moment.
The episodes got merged together. I can't remember what happened in this episode.
This was all door stuff.
Okay.
Does everybody know who they're going to pick?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. 1, 2, 3, vote. All right. We've got 2 votes for Pinwin and 2 votes for Gorbel. Okay. Let's see here. Willem, hold yours up again. Why'd you vote for Gorbel?
Because she was able to get us all in there as flies and did the telepathic bond, which also helped with the tavern and just super helpful stuff all around. Making it easier for us to navigate, not have to worry about necessarily super bumping into ourselves and being able to be sneaky sneakies.
And I helped.
Nice.
I'm doing my part.
Pinwin, why'd you vote for Gorbel?
Because I was suggesting being birds, and then she turned us into flies, and that was really good. It would be bad if we were following any advice of mine, probably. So, yeah, that was really good.
All right. Tomar, why'd you vote for Pinwin?
I thought the subterfuge was really funny. And the pretending to be Larry Sir.
Oh, thank you.
So, yeah, that got me good.
All right. And Gorbel, why'd you vote for Pinwin?
Nah, same. But Pinwin was also the only person that we could safely send in there, so that made him super valuable. But he also entertained me a ton.
Yay.
All right, good. So that means tonight is a split MVPC between Pinwin Dingleroot and Gorbel Icetower.
Yeah.
Wow. You may each take 3 points of boon.
Just enough for a boon. Wait, no. Oh, yeah, no. Because I didn't get
35
Oh, yeah,
for you.
no.
35 for me. Yay, it's my last 35 one.
Oh, yeah, nice.
How many is it now?
50.
Oh.
Dizam.
See you in a few months.
Me for sure. 'Cause
See ya 2021.
All right, Pinwin, you gain the boon of resilience. You have resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage from non-magical weapons. Some powerful creatures' natural weapons, i.e. claws and teeth, are still considered magical. So you will have resistance to those,
All right.
which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Taking less damage is
Sweet.
always dope.
Yes,
But
it
yeah.
is, considering how I recently took a bunch of damage. That was scary. That was magical, though, I think.
Yes. All right, so that's it for tonight's episode, folks. Thanks for listening. Thanks for playing, you guys. That was fun. We'll see what happens in the next episode. Thanks to Chad Pieper for that awesome intro song. Thanks to Adrian Von Ziegler for that beautiful background music. And thanks to all of you listeners. Thanks for subscribing, and following and downloading all of our stuff. And thanks for listening, as always. Check out our Patreon. See if there's anything that trips your trigger. And please, if you do like what you hear, please consider rating us on all the podcasting platforms and iTunes. If you really, really like us, give us 5 stars. But why would you ever give us anything else? Please don't take that as a challenge. Oh my God. But yeah, that's it for us tonight, folks. I am your host and DM, Seth, and this is the D20 Syndicate podcast, where we go on adventures so you don't have to. Bye.
You don't even know the year.
put some unmelted Velveeta on an untoasted corn tortilla the other day.
Gross.
That's desperation.
Yeah,
that is
it
full
was.
on
Why?
desperation.
Why are we listening to your opinions?
You probably should.
Sounds nasty. Lunchables, do you consider it a snack or a meal?
Bullshit.
Okay.
I consider them trash. Heaps.
Whoa. Hot takes.
No, it's not a hot take. It's a correct take, Lindsey.
Were you one of those kids in school that couldn't afford Lunchables and then you...
Yes.
Okay.
You and Billy.
Absolutely. It's the ham ones, and those seem to be so
They're
common.
so
love the
gross.
Like a
ham
little
ones.
ham
So
circle.
gross.
The ham, the ham is like processed as hell, probably.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
sure.
Like,
It's
it was like
slimy.
floating in. Why is it so wet?
I don't know.
It's
But I
wet,
love it.
it's slimy, and it looks like somebody just took an X-Acto knife and
Yes.
stenciled a circle around Freddy Krueger's fucking
Hole-punching
face.
ham.
And it has been my favorite for years.
All ham is kind of wet.
And that's all Tom's parents had were Lunchables. And
Were they
Diet
the
Mountain
only
Dew.
people
It sounds
feeding
kind of
you?
like you're ungrateful because you ate all their shit, Billy.
I did.
And you're like,
I
"Oh,
did.
this
I would go
stuff
over there
sucks."
and
Nom,
I would
nom,
eat it.
nom.
I would eat it. And they had my least favorite Pop-Tarts too, and I would eat those begrudgingly. The brown.
Those are the best ones.
Those
whatever.
are the worst.
Oh.
No, those are fucking awful.
Was it a
Maybe.
lady's jean jacket?
I don't know. Long-armed lady.
I love that song.
Long arm lady.
Long arm lady, get me the can on top of the shelf.
So we could put our love notes in it and maybe some corn tortillas too.
I just want one realistic Mountain Dew commercial where they drink Mountain Dew and they're not doing extreme sports. They're just like this. I'm like half asleep. And
That's why the Bryan Cranston one is so accurate. He's going
Yes.
crazy.
The Mountain Dew
Yes.
commercial that I imagine, it's a couple of people sitting around drinking Mountain Dew. Maybe one's drinking a Diet Mountain Dew and they're having a great time chatting and cackling while they're smoking their Reds. And then one of the kids runs up and steps on the cherry from the cigarette and starts crying.
and they put it out with the Mountain Dew. Neutralize
So
the
getting
burn.
this. You have a button down on for work, crop it.
Tuxedo.
A nice sport coat, crop it.
Corduroy
Winter
jacket.
There's nothing that wakes you up to the cold, hard reality
Of life.
than realizing as a child when you finally do obtain that thing that you saw on the commercial on Nickelodeon that one
Yeah.
night. And then it like none of that shit, none of that life-changing like paintbrush come over the screen and your whole fucking world is brighter. None of that happens. And you're just like, it's all a lie. Everything's a lie.